So is this a self-destruct button?
You think that you're going to embarrass me by letting people watch
See
me
what you drink.
drink my Red Bull?
Yeah, this sinful, sugary.
Do they have Red Bull
Yes, it
in
comes
Germany?
actually from Switzerland, as far as I know. And I always flipping hated it.
Why?
The original Red Bull just tastes like gummy bear juice. It's gross. It's like a melted, molten gummy bear.
like gummy bear piss.
Gummy bear piss. Gummy bear cum.
If Hey everybody, by the way, welcome to the show. My name is Anna.
Husband.
That's your cue, husband.
Thomas. My name is Thomas.
Thomas is originally from Germany. And we met last year, and you've been here in the US for 15 years, 14 years, close enough. If you were a 14-year-old, you would totally claim 15.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I would be so cool still. Young, undepleted, probably extremely horny.
You're still extremely horny.
That's true. Dang it.
I'm an international best-selling author. I'm also a tarot reader here on YouTube, and oddly enough, we met through a mutual friend who was my critique partner. I no longer write, but in a very small town in the middle of the Pacific Northwest, and I actually ended up meeting this handsome man with
Online. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But I didn't know that you lived in the same town as my critique partner.
Yes, that was a synchronicity.
Yes.
As they like to call that in your profession.
What would they call it in your profession?
Um.
Thomas is the geek of the family, by the way. Yeah. So
I'm the computer nerd. Yeah.
yeah.
What would they call that? It's like a glitch. Solar flares.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was solar flares.
Yeah.
But
so,
now he is here in Texas.
Texas.
You said is how it's pronounced.
Texas in Germany.
Texas.
A really harsh German pronunciation. Texas.
But shut up. What is interesting though, okay, so we live in Houston. And one of the interesting things is that they have a German club here. And they actually have real
a German festival? No, what are you referring
well,
to?
yeah, they have
the German supermarket.
and
the real what?
And the German festival in Tomball, which we went to, by the way. And also
I'm not sure what you're alluding to. Food? Pretzel?
Döner kebab.
Oh, Döner kebab, yeah. Okay. For some odd reason,
You thought we had real hamsters.
No, yes, real hamsters. No, when I hear Döner kebab, it doesn't strike me as German, but even though it was technically invented in Berlin, in Germany, by Turkish immigrants, growing up with it, to me it was always Turkish food. But apparently, like so many other countries, they think identify it as German food, yes. And we have this. What is this? Original German Döner kebab.
It's German Döner kebab. Döner kebab. Here in Houston, and it's actually it's not just here. There's one in New York. Mm-hmm. What is there?
They're quite spread out across the United States, which is kind of hinting at it's not that successful as a franchise.
Bullshit. We go there. We drive an hour and a half to go there.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically just.
Yeah, but it's good.
It is good. Yes. It's a hidden gem. Send us the donor right here. Let's just set up some kind of a sponsorship with German Döner kebab.
Yes. Definitely contact us in the about section below. No, but What do you think is probably what do you think is probably the most interesting thing that you've had since moving here to Texas specifically, or one of the most interesting things that you've, and for you guys who are curious, I also do voiceovers. I'll see if I can't slowly get into my original Texas twang.
Mm-hmm. So the most interesting thing since I moved here to Texas was having sex with you. Um, do we need to edit this out?
We had sex in your old apartment too.
That's true, yeah.
So I mean that wasn't new, but thank you for telling me that
It's
it
it's
was
te-
more
it's
exciting. It was
it is
more
Texas
exciting
style
here.
here,
It's
yeah.
Texas
Yeah.
style. Yeah. Can you explain to the viewers at home what Texas style is
With
versus?
with a cowboy hat and boots.
God, I thought you were gonna say with a cow.
You just showed me that book talk horrible thing. No, let's not even mention that. This is like forbidden. No, nah.
So
No, don't mention it.
So if you're not on if you're not on Book Talk, if you're not into books, then you won't know what we're talking about. But yeah, I was quite popular. I don't know why people still follow me on Book Talk. I mean, like, don't stop. Sometimes I post stuff on there.
Hmm.
But I've stopped writing for like the longest time, so I really don't ever post under my author name anymore. I post on other areas of TikTok, mostly for the tarot channel here. But yeah, I was introducing Thomas to Book Talk, and the wonderful world of Why Choose, Ice Planet Barbarians, and the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blew your mind.
And yeah, it is.
Never underestimate what might be on your mom's Kindle.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
No, I just put into a thought into your head that you can't.
No, shut up. No, we're not getting there.
They have them translated. They have them translated into most.
I'm pretty sure it's translated
Yeah.
to any imaginable language. Probably also Minotaur language. Is it Minotaur or Minotaur, or how do you pronounce it?
It's Minotaur
Oh.
here on Book Talk. What is it in Germany? We're always asking the question, what is it? And then he just kind of knows that we're asking my daughter, our daughter and I, we ask him, what is it? And he pretty much knows that we're going to ask, what is it in German?
It's in German, it's ein fehlgeschlagenes genetisches Experiment.
Okay, I just heard experiment, so I don't think that you're telling me the truth. I have to guess. I have to fucking guess at whatever he says.
Oh yeah, please make a guess. Please, do.
Okay, say it again. Say it again.
Fehlgeschlagenes genetisches Experiment.
Okay, something about a donkey and a cow experiment.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you got it.
No, bullshit.
It's a failed genetic experiment.
Failed genetic experiment. Okay. For you German speakers, you probably got the joke well before I did.
It was serious. This is not a joke.
Oh.
It's like...
Oops. Are there like laws against it or something?
I'm pretty sure there are laws against bestiality. Are there? Probably.
Yes. I mean,
for a healthy society.
You said some sort of genetic experiment, but yes, bestiality is also unlawful here in the United States of America.
Good. It's good to know.
For those of you who need to know, also here in Texas.
Makes me feel slightly safer now.
I'm glad. You can sleep easily tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. What do you want to ask?
Oh my gosh. What do I want to
Or
ask?
what do you want to
Hug?
What? I'm trying to get your. I can't. One of the things.
Shut up.
One of the things.
How dare you? Ugh.
Odd. Yes.
Odd.
Odd.
Since when do I
Oh,
say odd?
that's what I'm saying. I cannot,
Ah,
for the life of me, I have a very sympathetic ear, and I've been able to pick up different accents
hmm.
for different voiceovers and for different audiobook narrations. But yours,
You cannot
I
mimic me.
cannot
No.
fucking get it at
Nope.
all.
No. I guess you seem to be hearing something out. And when you repeat that to me, it sounds really strange. I can hear my own accent when I hear a recording of mine.
Yeah.
Very rarely when I hear myself speak in the moment, and I definitely hear it in other German English speakers.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So
I can.
it's like German radar.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, and it's even so crazy. Like several years ago, and I was already living in Wisconsin. I had to call customer support for a server I rented back then.
He's in IT, by the way, so that's why
No,
we
no,
call
no, no. Yeah, yeah. In IT, we already
technology.
yeah in technology. Okay. Anyway, I had to call customer support for something, and that girl sounded so obviously German, and she started her greeting in English and without basically
Which
without
is basically
I
the.
immediately responded to her in German, and it was a bit awkward, but
Did she respond?
yeah, yeah. She kept talking in German to me. Yeah.
So you carried out the whole conversation without having to push a special button to get to German.
That's correct. Yeah, it was easier back then. Nowadays, actually no, it's getting better again. There was like a
I
period.
wonder.
There was a period of time where it took me like up to 20 seconds, minutes, 20 minutes to be back in German mode. I used to completely stumble over my own words, and it took me a while. Like
You're quite good. I will have to say that I tried or have attempted to lernen Deutsche. Um,
I let that slide.
aber meine Deutsche ist nicht gut. Um, gut. Gut.
You like the Ü.
I do.
It's probably because
Ever
you learned
since I.
French. Yeah.
Oui, je parle français, mais ne pas plus maintenant, parce que États-Unis, les États-Unis, okay, in the United States, we don't have a whole lot of people that we
Is
can.
it l'État uni?
Les
Les États-Unis.
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 Yeah, États-Unis.
Okay.
The United States,
Mhm.
en français. But and we don't have a whole lot of people that we can practice with. Cajun French
Yeah.
is pretty like that's like the closest thing that you're gonna get, especially down here in Texas.
Cajun food is fantastic. I love it.
Nice segue.
Yep.
But yeah. Louisiana Creole Cajun is very, very fucking different than okay, like you would consider okay, like we were talking about earlier, high French.
No, my German. I don't.
No.
Is
You
there
were
high
talking
French?
about there is. So high French would be like what you would learn in school. Like
So it's the same as in German. Okay.
I took I was up to year 5 years. See, here in the U.S., we say 5 years. I took 5 years of French. How would you say that? You would say I was in year 5 of English.
5 Jahre lang XYZ gelernt. You learned for a certain number of years something.
Okay, you learned for 4 years.
Ja. Ich habe 4 Jahre lang was auch immer gelernt.
Das ist wahr. No, but I did. But the one. Okay, so I grew up in a town east of, or sorry, east. Do I know my fucking directions?
No.
I grew up. Shut up. I grew up in a town. Welcome to the dumpster fire.
The town of Welcome to the Dumpster Fire. Is it like Schitt's Creek? Uh,
It may have well been the town that I did actually grow up in.
mhm.
Lufkin deserves to be shot down Schitt's Creek.
Oh my
But
gosh.
no, no, the town that the school that I graduated from, they had you could learn Chinese, Mandarin, Deutsche, Français, Espanol, um, Italian.
Did they also teach English?
Yeah, that was one of the required fucking
Okay.
subjects.
Just want to make sure.
It's one of the ways that I learned how to write and become
Wow.
an author.
Good.
Oh my god. Okay.
We wait up. We probably may end up editing this.
Probably, definitely,
Probably.
most likely. But yeah, the
Hussa.
indeed. He literally he has programmed our daughter. We were sitting at dinner.
Programmed daughter.
No, you have. So at dinner,
Uh,
what did you say? She said, or we said, indeed, or something like that, and she just jumps up, or she goes, huzzah! I was like,
I think she also said indeed in the end.
yeah,
And she's
huzzah,
just
indeed.
yeah,
She's just 5.
she's 5, yeah.
Yeah. So she tries. She loves it. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So last night, she told her grandmother, "Guten Nacht," and I said, "Well, what did she say back?" And she said, "I don't know what that means."
It was an ancient curse.
So Thomas has gotten into the habit. She loves for him
She asked
to yeah.
questions about
She
my
does.
language. Yes, she wants to
It's
know.
not just your language. There's like a whole fucking country that speaks it.
Yeah.
You can't own it.
Well,
You can't.
you want me to bite your finger? I don't own it.
He's a
No, but
biter, by the way. Is that typical of most Germans?
it's
Are,
typical
are
for
you
me.
all are you all biters?
I I don't know actually. My sample size is rather small.
Sorry. No, but we did go to the German festival in Tomball, and
They sold
A B C what on like authenticity grade.
oh my gosh, that's a really mixed bag. I mean, what they I think they really Americanized the food there. There was absolutely not the real deal, not in the slightest.
Yes,
It tries to be German, like it has the sauerkraut there, or
it's not sauerkraut. It is not sauerkraut. Is sour?
sauerkraut.
I thought S was with a Z. Like you pronounce if a word starts with an S, then you pronounce it with a Z.
I don't know. This is
Sauerkraut.
probably one of the things you hear. But back to the drum festival. So we what
The pretzel was dry.
the pretzel was pretty gross.
Is that
This was only salvaged by the cheese dip, but there's nothing
there was
German about it.
there was
Like,
nothing really
no.
redeemable about it. It's
But
basically like a
so
pretzel
here's the
that you
thing:
would get
there
here.
was a genuine from Berlin, a food truck there.
I know, and I wanted you to talk to them, but you wouldn't.
No, they looked like crazy pirates. I was really scared of them. And anyway, there was very little going on in front of that food truck. They
Okay.
tried to lure them in there, and I think we saw like a couple people sample those pieces of currywurst. And I'm not sure if this is something like your average American audience really appreciates. It's probably also just an acquired taste for anyone from Germany.
I did my best to find raw pig on toast,
Yeah,
but
and so did I.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
I came up
Schweinemet. Mm.
I came up nil. I did not find what I was looking for.
Honestly, I would have fainted if we actually found it there.
Would you
Like,
have eaten it?
Yeah, I would have probably not eaten it here in the United States.
Really? Why
No.
not?
I I um I don't know. Like I do know they are like when it comes to raw pork, they are. I mean, there must be some kind of like top-notch safety standards in Germany about that. I think the Americans they always say on the labels you have to cook it to death. Like it needs to be like 500 degree Fahrenheit,
That's
core temperature.
that's because I've explained.
Throw it into the sun for half an hour, so it's safe to eat and you do not die. Yeah,
And then
like,
and then chew on it for 3 days until you can swallow it.
mm.
It sounds like you're tanning hide, not making pork.
I have to say it was not really.
It
I know
sounds
it sounds really gross and off-putting and weird to you. The closest counterpart is someone from the United States.
okay.
Might understand is maybe steak tartare, which is
Okay,
raw.
which I had in France, by the way.
Yeah, it's
So
also flipping
yes,
delicious.
I understand.
I love it. Yeah.
I do understand.
Mm.
Um, and we have a lot of fine dining establishments here in
Yes.
Houston
Yeah.
that you can get
Schweine mit
escargot.
Brötchen from. See, I mispronounced the
From,
R. Uh,
from. He gives me hell about my R's too. Whenever I try, because
Whenever I try.
whenever I try, because je parle français and yo
Yes.
habla español un poquito es because we're here in
You like
Texas.
to roll the R.
I do. I like
Yeah.
to
And I
roll the
also
R.
the first few times when you try to speak after me some German phrases, you totally sounded like a French girl, which made me incredibly horny. Like it was hot.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I've told you numerous times that whenever you speak in German, it turns me on. And yet, you still do not speak in German as much as I would like you to.
Yeah.
I really want you to fuck with somebody, just like some random person, like at a gas station or at like Kohl's. Let's just go to Kohl's
Mm-hmm.
and be like, just strike up a conversation with someone like in the underwear department, and be.
Suchen Sie eine Unterhose?
What size do you think I wear?
That is
What did you say?
no. Are you looking for underpants?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a dirtier mind than you do.
Um. y-
I also
wait. How? Okay. How does that imply? To me, this could be like a question that could go really, really wrong. Asking for the size of the underpants.
yes, but if you're saying it in a language that she would
Okay.
not understand, then who matter? Who care? What does it matter what you say? You could ask her. You could ask her where she stores the random the absent cattle who have wandered from the farm, and she would probably answer in the same way.
Well, I do not want to be rude to strangers. Yeah, I mean, yes, you were really looking
Okay,
forward to
listen.
me on the German festival, me speaking in
I
yeah,
was
I know.
and so and so was our daughter, but I would have to say, and I wanna hear from you guys. If you spoke a language and you were in a different country, would you just randomly like try and I mean you spoke both languages, right? So you could correct yourself. But would you not just randomly go up to someone and just say something like completely off the wall? Like, do you know where the basketball court is in the restroom so that I can shoot a free throw?
I mean, if your intent is just messing with other people, then yeah, go for it.
Just to
Knock
see what
yourself
their
out. Yeah.
their reaction would be and
It's just
how they interpreted or how they heard your words. Maybe they could pick
is
out
that
the
going
word.
to?
Maybe they could pick out the word bathroom and just point you in the right direction.
Well, but if you
Or
do,
am I just evil?
that is evil. Yeah. If you're actually
Okay.
capable to speak the language, I think it's just polite to speak the language.
I love how you say capable.
Capable. Capricorn. This is, by the way, you should. No, wait, no, this is not. This is not going to be on the
No,
Tarot channel.
no,
Okay.
it's not. No, I'm
But the
naming.
setting.
But the setting is yes, Sacred Light Tarot. But I am.
By the way, our that transcription software likes to misunderstand it as a cigarette light terror, which is flipping hilarious. I love it. Cigarette light terror.
And I enunciate quite nicely. Thank you very much, AI.
The AI begs to differ. Cigarette light terror.
You still have not yet listened to me in Deutsche, dubbed by AI. So,
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
if you're watching
No,
this,
don't do that.
if you are watching this and you have the automatic dub on,
That is YouTube.
that's YouTube. It's not us.
It's not her.
So
her my voice. Yeah. Oh, this is
so
gonna be
don't.
interesting though.
Yeah.
This
So don't.
like
Oh yeah,
automatically
they're gonna
dubbed,
be.
and then I start rambling in
Oh yeah,
German.
YouTube AI is gonna be
Let's
so
break
totally.
the AI.
It's gonna be so
Gonna
totally
piss its
confused.
pants. It's
Okay, as a software development engineer, is it possible?
Nein, ja, doch. Warum?
Is it possible? Is it possible for AI to piss its pants yet? Is it quite to that sentient state?
Well, sometimes they can stroke out. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I mean, we could just interpret that as pissing its pants.
Okay.
Yeah, so like especially like earlier versions of ChatGPT could really completely get a stroke.
Oh, I've made it. I mean, Alexa absolutely hates me.
Yeah, that would be like material for another channel, or maybe we can just put it here. She is constantly having arguments with it, and you're actually quite mean to her. Like you, when Alexa takes over the world,
Never gonna happen.
You are on the blacklist. You know?
Never gonna happen.
Like number one.
It's the purge for me.
Yeah, the purge, yeah.
No. She is absolutely nothing but a useless piece of timepiece. Piece of timekeeping software. That's it. Attached to a cord that reminds you whenever your milk with magnesia is on sale.
Yeah.
And how fucking awkward is that to be sitting and get an alert on your Alexa?
The yellow ring of there's something extremely
Yes,
important
extremely
in
important.
your shopping cart, important updates, blah blah blah.
And
Every
then-
single day, twice.
Yeah, and then she says, Anna, you might be running short on your frequently ordered milk with magnesia. And imagine if that were like in the middle of a dinner party or something like that, and you
Yeah.
just happened to see, and you were like, "Oh,
Or-
did my package arrive
or-
yet? Let me ask Alexa." And
Yeah.
she's like letting everyone know that
That you're out of dildo lube. Yeah. This could
that
be
happened
that's-
once. That only
that
happened once.
Did it?
That she
That's awesome.
She mentioned that there happened to be a sale on that. I don't know.
Oh
Was
my
that?
gosh.
Did we? Never mind.
No, I wasn't here. I don't know.
Yes, you were. It was while you were here, but it was you
Is
didn't
that
hear
something
it.
like that? Okay, probably.
You didn't hear
yeah.
it. No.
Yeah.
I turned off. I disabled. I can speak. I disabled.
Are you sure?
Sometimes I disabled her her light ring, her notification.
But it keeps on coming back like a fucking undead. Like they come up with new
I-
ideas for bringing that stupid feature back.
Yeah, and it can't understand Thomas's accent.
Never since the inception of Alexa, I was an early adopter, and I was already in the United States for it, and I constantly had arguments with that
What-
damn little
Tell them about
timepiece.
the
Yeah,
no,
like
tell-
I used it
he
as
used to use it
as
as
a
shopping
glorified
list.
shopping list, and whatever went on my shopping list was completely off. So, for example, I added a chipotle sauce, and in the end, at the supermarket, I saw on my app cheap hotel sauce. That, among other things, they were constantly wrong. Yeah.
Now everyone,
Hilarious.
Now
Yes.
everyone is asking, did you ever find,
Cheap
buy,
hotel sauce.
or acquire said cheap hotel sauce? No?
No. Morning Glory Milking Farm. Yeah. It's probably you can find it there.
It's not a real place. It doesn't exist. It
Oh,
only
dang it.
it only
Ah,
exists in the hearts and
stop
minds of
busting
book
my
talk readers.
bubble.
That's it. You don't want to bust a bubble after you read that book. Or science.
Astrophysics.
Science,
Yeah.
yeah, astrophysics. We are huge fans, Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're huge fans of yours, especially me. Um, no, I have an intellectual crush on both Jim Cantori and from the Weather Channel and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Sorry.
There, you said it. Finally, it's
I
out.
know, I know.
Yeah.
Eventually you would have found out.
Well, I already figured.
So,
Yeah.
what do you wish that they had here in the US?
That's a good question.
What do you wish they had here in the US that they do have in Germany but they don't have here?
Do we need to repeat that? So, um, it's been a while. I am not sure. I feel like a lot of things I had, okay.
Okay, what do
So
you
in
okay,
December, when we went to that international supermarket,
yeah.
like anything I've ever had cravings
Okay, you're
for
just
in the
into
past
food.
14, yes, I mean, the whole world revolves around food. This is, this is like, or what are you referring to? Like
Okay,
entertainment?
no, not necessarily that. Okay, all right. So, like we have Thanksgiving. And
Oh.
your mom showed me a wonderful festival that you celebrate that I had absolutely zero idea of what the fuck it was.
No, so what were you trying to say about my mother, what she posed? I have absolutely no idea.
That
I
festival with the guy that was singing with
the
the
Cringe Fest, the German Cringe Fest.
yes, what is that called?
Fremdschämen Festival.
It is not. No, I know what Fremdschämen is, and that is not. No, that is not what that is.
Karneval in Deutschland.
Carnival.
Fasenacht.
Fasenacht?
Fasenacht, yeah. It's from fasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So, do they fast in order to get into that hallucinatory state in order to participate
obviously
in those
yes, yeah,
things?
probably also do a lot of mushrooms during that fasting period.
I'm down for that.
Yep, I know you are. They probably also like consume a shit ton of Schweinemettbrötchen.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. See, when I speak out, I give up.
See,
I
I
just
love
give up.
it. I love
The
it.
switcheroo between German and English just messes with my head.
Okay, what do you not? Okay, what are you glad to not have to deal with here in the U.S. that you do have to deal with in Germany? And one of the things that I will say is that I would never, ever, 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 ever pay for a public fucking toilet. Not whenever we have
Oh my
Buc-ee's.
god, yes, that was atrocious.
Not when we have Buc-ee's.
Never made sense to me.
You
Yeah,
have
it
to
is-
say,
it is
and I'm
cruel.
putting a picture in here of the giant beaver. If you have never heard of Buc-ee's, definitely look it up. Not my beaver.
It's huge.
The Buc-ee's beaver. Get your head
beaver
out
is
of.
normal size.
Get your head out of.
No, what I actually am glad that it's not here in the United States. There's definitely Fasenacht, yeah.
That one festival.
It's always every
Has
year
it scarred you for
pissed
life?
me off. I hated it as a child. It was always cringe. It was always Fremdschämen. It was probably like
Okay.
the singular reason why I left Germany.
For those of you who do not know, Fremdschämen, all right, it is, as I can articulate it best in a literary way that people might understand, is secondhand embarrassment. So,
Yes.
say that you see someone who is 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4, and they think that they can dance, but they really can't, and you're forced to sit there and watch it, and you feel bad on their behalf, even though they're like going for it. They're doing the Macarena and they're like in it to win it. But you know that low key, high key, mid key, they will regret this the next day, especially if there's any film footage that someone has shared with them. That is
No,
the
come on.
act
The way you
of
described it was actually flipping awesome, hilarious.
it is the
That
act
is,
of fremdshame.
yeah.
That is being ashamed for someone. Like, dude, if you can only see yourself, it's total fremdshame.
Hmm.
Is that pretty accurate?
Yes, it is. But also those little soppy songs, those drum songs my mother sent to you around that time.
I thought they were
That is
cute.
like the
I
epitome of
thought they were
friendship.
cute. I thought they were
No,
cute.
no, nah,
Mama,
no.
I thought they were cute.
Oh no, she's not going to watch it.
Oh yeah, she probably
No,
is.
no, it's rated R, not for mama. No. Okay.
Okay, all right. So, what is one word here in the US that was probably the most difficult for you to either understand contextually or to this feels like like I'm quizzing you here.
Oof. Oh
Either
my gosh.
understand contextually or to pronounce linguistically. This is for science.
It's for science.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
And for
Yeah,
educational purposes.
educational purposes for basically awkward silence because I cannot come up with anything. I really don't know.
Onomatopoeia?
I'm no. This is also. I mean,
Perspicacious?
you okay? Yes, you made this one up. This one doesn't
Perspicacious does exist.
Okay, no, that okay. I have to give that to you. You came up with a bunch of words. Also, I don't know if they're just
Yeah, but I
specifically
write.
to the south.
No,
Yeah.
I write.
I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, you have just such a wild imagination.
Okay. So, yeah, I have been kind of introducing Thomas to the okay, one of the things that I think you were most I tried to explain it to you whenever we were in the north, whenever we were in the Pacific Northwest, that people will absolutely carry on a fucking full-on conversation with you at the checkout at the head
As a bane of my existence.
HEB, and you did not believe me.
I mean, they don't really do that here either. I mean, it's definitely more.
It depends.
It is more.
It depends on their
than-
age. Okay.
It's more than in Wisconsin or in Oregon where I used to live. Definitely.
Yeah,
Like
but
I feel like what I appreciated about the Pacific Northwest, like the mentality, the character, the attitude reminded me of Germany. It's like just leave me the fuck
IDGAF.
alone. Just yeah, but whatever. We've talked enough. Yeah, I want to keep my distance.
Yeah, see down here, it's
Yeah.
like you pull up to the checkout, and as you're unloading your $395 worth of groceries, you're placing them one on the cart the conveyor belt after another, and you're talking to a sweet old lady named Margie behind the counter. You get to know what her blood pressure has been for the last 3 weeks, what medication she's on, what her grandkids are doing, how they're doing in school, when they gonna graduate.
The consistency of her stool.
Well, I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
it depends on how, many times that you have seen Margie. But yes, she will let you know exactly what's going on in her daily life. And she expects that she'll pick up a conversation right where y'all left off the last time. And you're saying, I'm sorry, but I thought you had Alzheimer's because you told me that the last time and you remember exactly what we was talking about the last time that we came through this line.
Yeah. But there is a difference depending where you go shopping here.
Yeah,
or,
that's true.
like when I drive around
That
here
is
in the
true.
more
That is true.
more in the residential areas.
Yeah.
With less traffic, yes, people come actually at the opposite direction and they wave at you. They make this little gesture.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I told you
That
about
is
that,
also
right?
something which was common in the where I grew up in Germany.
Oh, cool. In fact, you picked out a couple of Texas towns that you nailed the German pronunciation on, and going
I'm the
back
only one who knows how to pronounce it here in Texas.
correctly.
Which ones? All of them.
Friedrichsburg.
How's it spelled again? Frederiksburg? I think
It's
it's with a CK. Yeah, I
it's
think it's not a CH. Yeah,
Friedrichsburg because
it's not
F-R-I-E.
Friedrichs. Yeah, but
F-R-I-E.
who knows? I mean, there's also
Okay.
Friedrich in German. So
And then what we call Bernie, which is Bourne.
Bourne.
Uh-huh.
So you think that has a German origin?
Yeah.
We're not sure. It's like I
What
would say this is like what's
what
his name, like the Born Identity, the
okay, oh my god. Okay.
Schweinemetz Damon. What, did I break your brain? What is wrong with you?
It's my brain. It's been trained linguistically different for French and Spanish. Yeah.
Hmm.
Nai.
What did you say? Nai?
Nai.
Nai?
Nai.
Nai? Okay.
Nai.
Which is also dialect. I mean, this is valid.
Nai.
Yeah.
Braunfels.
Yeah.
Braunfels.
Oh, I liked how you rolled the R. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, what about Schlitterbahn?
You got it. Schlitterbahn. Yeah.
Schlitterbahn. Okay.
Schlitterbahn.
And
Yeah.
what does that actually mean? Because I
It's like
constantly see names and I ask him what they mean.
what is the meaning of those names I'm seeing?
Yeah.
What other voices in my head trying to tell me? Oh, shut up.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do. Schlitterbahn is a sliding track.
And I explained to you that it is the largest water park in Texas, and there's one in Neubraunfels
Okay.
and
Noi.
Neu
Yes.
Neubraunfels,
How do you pronounce that in Texas?
New Braunfels, or New Braunfels,
Okay.
New Braunfels. For some people, it honestly depends.
New Brontosaurus.
No, we don't go that far, but it honestly depends on how you grew up saying it.
Okay.
Because just as you explained that in Germany there are so many different dialects, many people from all over Texas will say things much differently.
Yeah, that one YouTube video we watched about
Yeah.
those little towns all across. No, what was that? They showed
That
the
was
name of a little town
yeah,
somewhere in
like Refugio,
yeah.
and it's spelled like Refugio. Like if you were to like phonetically sound it out, it looks like Refugio,
Yeah.
but it's Refurio.
I think the people who lived there who founded that just couldn't spell correctly to save their lives or read. They were unable to read,
Oh my god.
and
And they just threw a
and
couple.
they just made that up,
They just
and they stuck with it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel that
It's
way
like
about a lot of
Worcester,
German words that I see.
Worcester sauce, Worcestershire shit, Scheiße.
Which, by the way, Scheiße and Scheiße has become a part of our everyday vernacular around here.
Yeah. You cannot live without
It
Scheiße.
it allows child to curse without actually cursing. Even though she is actually cursing if we were to go to Germany. When we go back to Germany.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how she will behave. Awkward pause.
Do they have
Editing.
do they have
Children,
child
yes.
prisons?
Child prisons. Yes, yes. There's like juvenile detention.
Then then that's where she'll be.
Probably, yeah.
She is a feral creature.
She's a dingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Today she came back from your mother's place with a really adorable haircut. Like
Bangs.
bangs, really cute. Yeah.
Okay. She can be cute sometimes, but
Sometimes,
then she wants to, yeah.
She's like a Komodo dragon. Like she infected the both of us
A
with disease.
komodo?
Yeah, yeah. Don't they have
What is a
like
komodo?
those
A komodo dragon?
no, those massive lizards that live on some kind of like God knows.
On the island of Komodo?
Probably yes, yeah. And they have a highly venomous bite
Saliva?
saliva. Correct, yeah.
Those are
That
komodo dragons. I don't know what a komodo is. I know what a Commodore is. It's an old computer.
oh I had one, yeah. Hmm. That's not split hair over how to pronounce that stuff. You knew what I was talking about. I was talking about her.
Beep.
Mhm.
Okay. Whenever we go back to Germany, whenever we go to visit your family, what do you think that they're going to think of me?
They will love you. I mean, they already do.
Why?
Oh my gosh. Well, you have quite a stunning personality.
I have a ratchet sense of humor.
That is not the only defining character trait, and you know how to behave and when to behave.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. And you have been making a really great effort towards my family.
Yes, well, I'm married to their son, so I want them to like me, obviously.
Obviously. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what everyone wants to know, what is the proper way to pronounce the types of beer
Oh
that
yeah.
we get here
That we
in
ingest here.
the United States. So let's say all right, the way that I in college, by the way, I have been 6 years sober. I do not drink, but Thomas enjoys Hefeweizen.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting that correct?
Hefeweizen. I just enjoy watching you struggle.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Hefeweizen. You just you say this.
Hefe.
Hefeweizen.
Weizen.
Weizen.
Yes.
Hefeweizen.
Good. Yeah.
Hefeweizen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about okay? So I guess a Dunkelweizen would be.
No, wait. The Americans always say dunkel.
I say Dunkel,
No, it's oh, gosh.
and you have
That-
started to say Redunculous.
Redunculous? No, that was you. Was it me?
You started. You
It's
picked it up.
Redunculous?
You picked it up, and it came
That
from.
came from me?
It came from me, mixing ridiculous with Dunkel.
With dunkel, yeah,
Yeah.
redunculous.
Redunculous.
Okay. There we got it.
That's Max.
The Max is massaging
Yeah.
his favorite dance pole.
His dance pole. Yeah, that's the cat,
Yeah.
not the kid. For clarification, we have a Katze.
Katze, yeah.
Katze.
So we have Hefeweizen, we have Dunkel, I see,
I
do again.
love it. I fucking
We
love it.
have Pilsner.
Pilsner. I mean,
Which is-
that's pretty easy to say here in the U.S. I mean, we
Yeah,
get
but,
that one.
like-
We get that one semi right.
But I mean, most of the time I don't see it actually spelled out as Pilsner when I order it, or is it? Do they always say Pilsner?
P-I-L
At some point,
S-N-E-R.
when I Bless you.
P-I-L-S-N-E-R.
SNER. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I tried to order it one time as a Pils, which you would order it as a Pils in German.
Actually, I've seen
Yeah.
that on the menu before. Yeah,
Um,
I have.
Pils also happens to be a mushroom in German.
A
Are you okay?
mushroom?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Did
I
we
just-
drink too much Red Bull?
I did.
Yeah, burp juice.
Yeah, burp juice.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So yesterday, Thomas had his first introduction to Cajun.
Cajun?
What did you
Nothing.
I heard sex.
Nothing. Cajun? Yeah, you will notice that or hear that later in editing when you go over
I
this.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Cajun, K, we, K, ah!
Let's.
We went to, okay, so if you are not from the South, then you may or may not know that whenever it gets to be springtime, it is mudbug season, which means that we have crawfish
Crawfish,
on the
yeah.
menu.
Mudbug.
Yes,
It's
mudbugs.
uh, it's it's a gross expression. Anyway, yeah, it was it
Blame
was
Louisiana for
it
that.
was it was surprisingly. I was looking forward to eating something like that for 10 years, and when I finally had it, like in this nice little steamer bag, they even had like a table covered with paper, so we were actually free to like toss everything on the
Yeah,
table.
so a lot of
Um,
places I was telling him, they'll actually throw the boil on the
on the
table.
table for
Yeah,
everyone to share. Yeah, it was just like a single serving for me.
yeah.
I was really, really underwhelmed by that crawfish. It's not worth the trouble.
It's a lot of work.
It's
It
a lot of work
is.
for very, very little meat with really pointy
So
pinchers, and they also didn't give you the right tools for dealing with those. It's also not really worth
there
it.
really aren't any tools that you can use
Yeah,
for
because there
dealing
is
with those
nothing in it.
pinchers.
It's a pointless creature. But nevertheless,
It's not a,
the that dressing, the sauce was
almost every animal is edible.
outstanding. That was like the main the main
The
feature of this.
boil, the boil.
Boil.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The piece of corn was delicious. The
Yes, it
potato was
was. I love
delicious.
the corn
The
and the
prawns were
potatoes.
delicious. I do not care much for those. I mean, or other people can.
See, and that is so funny. You call them prawns, and they are
Shrimp.
Gulf shrimp. They
Yeah.
are from here. They're from Texas. They're, in fact, anybody else from the United States, if you're watching and you see Gulf shrimp, they come from down here in Texas, or they come from Louisiana, or they come from Florida, but they come from down here in the Gulf of Mexico. So, yeah. They're fresh from down here, and oysters come right out of Galveston, which we went to Galveston.
Also had that luxury at the Pacific Coast. Oysters were fantastic there. Also really, really fresh. Yeah.
Oysters will
But
stay alive for a while.
there's still a world of a difference here. Like when it comes to, I mean, the sheer quantity of restaurants it's a big difference here, and
Yeah.
it just tastes flipping good.
And the Mexican food is
Yeah.
definitely better.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, as you said already, it's right by at the border to Mexico.
We're about 9-10 hours away from Brownsville, which is the border of Texas and Mexico. So we go whenever we go fishing down in Port Mansfield. We're only about an hour and a half away from, and Thomas is yet to go fishing, so wait for that one.
Okay, I'm a bit scared and excited. Yes.
Just like everyone's first time.
I'm going to fish some crawfish.
Well, for that you need a string and a piece of bacon.
Piece of bacon.
Yeah, you just tie a piece of bacon to a string, you throw it in the creek, and you wait
Why
for it to...
waste a precious piece of bacon on such a weird mud? What do you call that?
Mudbug.
Mudbug. Okay. Seriously, nothing
But
came out.
think of it,
This
but-
was really just that broth.
I know,
The
and that's
boil.
why you do it.
It's so
But if
pointless.
But if you think about it, it's the same. It's very similar to, say, getting a getting a head-on shrimp cocktail. It's boiled shrimp.
Yeah,
But they don't
a
boil it
shrimp
in that-
has so
that-
much meat, like
I know.
past the head. Yeah.
I know all you have from the crawfish are the tails. That's why typically whenever you go to like a crawfish boil, then you go and it's an all day event. You're shit faced drunk by the time you leave, and maybe you have been there for long enough and eaten enough tails to satiate you. But yeah, by the time you get through like 10 or 15 crawfish, then your hands start to get tired,
Yeah.
and then, and especially if you don't have gloves on, then those little shells end up, your fingers get
Oh, I
very,
can actually imagine
yeah,
that. Yeah.
you can cut yourself on
It's
them.
like, and also it's like, there's so little gain from eating crawfish. It's probably like the only type of food where you lose calories while trying to eat it, while trying to rip it apart, because it takes ages and there's nothing in it.
Well, then it's a diet food.
It's diet food, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you hear this, you hear the saying, cooking in a dog's ass in heat. What do you think?
Can you say it again?
Crooked in a dog's ass in heat.
Crooked in a dog's ass in heat. Dog's ass in heat?
Crookeder and a dog.
Crookeder.
Crookeder and a dog's ass in heat.
So it's about like a female dog in heat.
No, it's about parking crooked in a parking space.
Okay.
So you get out and you see that you're across the line and you say, damn it, I park crooked in a dog's ass in heat.
This doesn't make any flipping sense. My God, no. Oh. You're teaching me all wrong. Admit it.
I'm not teaching you. I'm not teaching you all wrong. I'm telling you some of the idioms, some of the colloquial sayings that we have here.
So if
in
someone from another
Texas.
country were to learn proper English, they better not end up here in Texas.
They
That's what you're
better
telling me.
they
Yeah.
better end up with someone who, like me, has
Who likes
studied
languages?
proper English and does enjoy linguistics in and of themselves. Yes. So yeah, I worked in oil and gas for 15 years, and I learned how to modulate that really twangy East Texas, which is where I'm from, East Texas accent that sounds that no one can really understand. Okay, what do you think? What do you think it means whenever I say that the tater wagons are rolling?
Tater wagons, the potato wagons.
No, the tater wagons are rolling.
I'm trying to translate that into correct English first.
It's just
to
one
make sense of
concept.
it. Tater wagon. So it means that the things get rolling, I guess. Like,
It's thunder.
oh, come on. Shut up. What kind of drugs are you guys on? Like, what the heck? Like, there's
yeah,
no way
no.
to guess that.
I'm not shitting you at all. Okay, so
Well, no, that actually makes sense. It's like the sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a wagon full with
Yes,
potatoes and it just
yes,
rumbles and
exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever my grandparents told me that that rain was we deduced whenever we were kids that
The tears of Jesus.
yes, they were the tears of God that were
No,
falling
seriously.
from.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Oh my God.
They said that they were the tears of God rolling from or falling from heaven. Then we deduced that the tater wagon was actually God farting, and we had to do. We had to do, I think, a stint in Bible study or in Bible camp for that one. Yeah. Okay, so one of the things that is really interesting, if you guys have ever heard of Bluebell ice cream. Okay, I heard the applause. Yes, everybody, shut up. Then you're familiar with the black and white cow, Elsie, that they use in their advertisements. And that is the way that I grew up on a cattle ranch in East Texas. And so we had Guernseys, we had Holsteins, and we had Angus, Brangus, and Limousine bulls. And Thomas was nice enough to tell me that the black and white cows are actually called.
Are you talking about Holstein? Okay. Are they actually from? I've done this again. Oh gosh, shame on me. She's snoring again. Schleswig-Holstein.
What?
Yeah, I think it's like from a specific. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I might be dead wrong. It's just an educated guess. Yeah, it might be like yeah, cows from a specific region in Germany.
So, see, we have German cows here in the U.S., and I'm sure
Yeah.
they came over on a German boat with German people in the 1800s.
Hmm.
In fact, Brenham, in and of itself, prides itself on its German heritage, which I know is so very freaking lost on you that everyone here in Texas who has any kind of cultural association with the country of Germany is like very proud about it. You will see Willkommen, doormats, and placards over people's doors.
Hmm. Where?
I will pull up to a like we'll just walk through some random ass fucking neighborhood one day and
Uh,
I will point them out
okay, let's do it. Let's go.
in
In the
Tomball.
in the hunt of the Willkommen Matte.
What did you say?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, I mean, I did not really explore that much.
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
I mean, yes, you grew up here. I believe you. I have to believe you. Yes, I've only seen supermarkets and restaurants so far, and parks and um, trails. No
Okay,
snakes yet. It's really disappointing. Like
not
you,
yet,
you, you
not yet.
promised me like
I
snake
know
heaven. I'm
he's
so
so
looking forward to
very
snakes falling off trees and biting me in the ass. Um,
the biting you in the ass thing is a rare occurrence. But yes, you do need to look in the trees depending on where you're at. If you are going down the creek and you are, say, like up in a finger, then in the lake, then and you're like crappie fishing, we will have water moccasins that try and climb up onto the boat. They get into mating balls and they are very territorial, and they will get up on limbs. And you have to, whenever you're going underneath, say like a shaded area in the finger, then you have to make sure that you're looking up. And sometimes they will drop from the tree onto the boat.
yeah, no, thank you.
You saw the second episode of Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, with uh the gruesome death of
True story, bro.
the little boy. Yeah.
True story. Um, we have Texas king snakes. We have if you see a snake that has what look like Hershey Kisses all over it, those are copperheads. I have about a 15 kill count on those.
Do you
What?
have something like a HUD, the way where you see the number like in the corner, and is that like some kind of a Texas thing?
No, but I did used to have a
Like,
machete that I would carve little notches into after I cut their heads off.
my God. Okay, cool. I need my own machete.
Okay, we'll get you one.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's go hunt some snakes.
We'll go to the Texas Renaissance Festival and we'll get you a hand forged machete so that you can chop the heads off of copperheads. But I would not suggest trying to go after a cottonmouth water moccasin or yeah. And they're both the same animal, by the way, both the same snake, a cottonmouth and a water moccasin.
Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to stay clear of any body of water then.
Yeah, but the copperheads are in the leaf litter because they blend in with the fallen leaves, and they like to eat the cicadas that attach to the tree.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. At least they're not into eating people.
Thomas said that it's like living in Australia, but not. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I grew up here. I've
No, the
never
way you
been.
make it sound. I mean, I have yet to see a single snake. I think I saw one like just barely disappear, but you also say it's not hot enough yet.
No.
I mean, you really freaked me out to a point where I was overly cautious. But
We'll see him. You'll see
after
him.
having lived here a few months, I do not give a shit anymore.
You'll see them smashed on the road because they'll
Nice.
they'll come out after the They'll come out after the sun has set, and they're still trying to soak up because they're exothermic. This is also a science lesson, by the way. They're exothermic. They'll try and retain that body heat that is still present in the concrete on the road, and people, me included, will aim for them.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And copperheads are always found in twos. Where there's male, there's a female. Where there's one, there's two. Sorry, where there's one, there's two. Is that how you do it in Germany? By the way, I learned that it's a different counting system on your fingers.
Yeah, the Germans, they usually start counting with this here, and okay, you gotta blur this out. Is that super verboten on YouTube?
Verboten?
Yeah. We can blur this out. Just put like a black bar in front of it.
So it looks like you have a dick coming out of your finger?
Yes, exactly, yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah. I think you're referring to the, what was it, Inglourious Bastards or whatever. I honestly do not know. No, the distinction was holding their hands like this here to count like that. I do not know. Or like this, or what, God knows what, or the other way around.
That's like Star Trek, isn't it? No, that's Star Trek.
No, I think.
Wait, no, that's Star Trek.
So how would you order three beers?
Can I have three?
Okay.
3.
You're holding your hand like this, yeah?
Yeah.
No, you don't
3.
do that. You don't do that in Germany.
Why not?
It is that.
3? Like that?
Like that, yeah.
Okay. It's not
so
like
the,
this?
the palm facing towards the waiter, so you can slap him right away when he makes a mistake. Yeah. It's a good old German tradition. If the
don't mislead people. Don't mislead people. Come
I would
on.
only ever mislead the most gullible of them. Yeah. Are you having regrets here?
You're just non-cooperative.
I am actually.
Okay, alright. Were you surprised to find someone with my sense of humor here in America? Here in the US?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
Why?
That's something for off camera. That is something just between you and me.
Yeah, there's also something else between me and you.
Yeah.
The chair handle.
I know, right.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
But no, I think that one of the reasons that we get along so well is because we both have a ratchet sense of humor.
Yeah. We actually love a lot.
We love fucking with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also love fucking each other.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's always an integral component to any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna have to be cut out.
No. Good night.
No!
What? No!
Nine.
Is that your privilege stopping? Stop the recording.
No, you have to say goodbye. You have to say goodbye properly.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you. Oh my god. This is a dumpster fire train wreck. Why? You did this on purpose.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long.
So long, and what do you say? Peace out.
And what do you say?
Tschüssikowski. This is probably cringe by now. This is.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. Just forget it. Just like.
Can you
swipe? Auf Wiedersehen.
Can we do that?
No, we cannot. No. It doesn't matter. Come on. It's like
no.
That's enough.
Stop.
No,
we have to say goodbye properly.
I mean, we've done this already. Like, I mean, there must be.
But you keep getting it wrong. Until the next episode.
Yes.
Miss myself. Sam, Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.